Hi there, Dr. Rajiv Iyer here. In this video, I'm going to give you 12 free websites where you can find paid jobs in Canada. Let's do this together. The first website is called Job Bank. I go to Google, type Job Bank Canada. Now, the good thing about Job Bank is it's an official Government of Canada website that gives you job listings for pretty much most kind of jobs. So let's enter this website and see what happens. Once I'm in the website, I can type pretty much anything here. So let's try looking for a research job. I'm going to say a research associate. It does say location Canada. So I'm going to say all of Canada and look for a job. Let's see what happens. All right. The first thing that opens is actually a clinical research associate. Now this is in Woodbridge in Ontario. And let's look at what all details the website is going to give us. It talks about all the details, including the pay, and then speaks about the responsibilities you would have if you were to take this job, the experience you need to apply for this job, the specializations you need to have. So there are so many things here. So I would encourage, to begin with, do check the site out if you're looking for a paid job in Canada. The second website is the largest search engine in the world, Google. So you can go to Google and look for jobs in Canada. You could also use specific keywords to find the type of job you're looking for. Website number 3 is called Eluta, Eluta.ca. I'm using research as a keyword because if you're a fresh graduate or even if you're an experienced graduate, a research job is always a good start. Of course, if you're more experienced, then you can look for clinical jobs. Now, how would you know what type of jobs you look for? We offer help for your application. So do seek out to www.imgsecrets.com where you can book an appointment. I'm going to guide you what exact steps you need to take for you to be successful with your job application. All right. Now I'm at Eluta.ca. I shall type in research as a keyword and it's asking for a city, province or postal code. I'm going to say Ontario and see what happens. If I click on search jobs, it does say it's an official job search engine for top 100 employers. So you see all these types of jobs. Now it did not give us what we're looking for. So we may have to be a little more specific here. So I'm going to say research fellowship in this example. You see all these opportunities that actually are showing up in healthcare. So you have a position for a nurse practitioner, a registered nurse. But for you as an IMG, you have a position as a postdoctoral fellow. You see this? On top of this, on the left side, you can see an employer-specific job. So if you click on a particular employer, you can see the jobs they offer. You could also see jobs based on whether it's a full-time, part-time, and so on and so forth. There is also an entry-level job that you can check for. Website number 4 is Glassdoor. So we go to this website called glassdoor.com and see what happens. So I go to jobs and then, straight away it's telling me a research associate contractor. Well, this is probably looking in United States. But let me change this to Canada. And so I can search whole of Canada and I shall say research jobs. Oh, beautiful. The very first thing that opens is a research assistant in the prestigious University of British Columbia. And if I scroll through, it actually tells me this is a position within the Department of Medicine. It talks about the rate or the salary you're going to get. It goes over the job summary and many other details, what you should be expecting out of this job. The next website is called Monster. I go to Google and say Monster Canada. The very first site it opens is monster.ca. I click on this. All right, I go to monster.ca, search for job titles or keywords. There are auto suggestions below. You see this? And you make sure you have Canada selected as your location. And once you click search, it's going to give you the list of all jobs available on this website. Website number 6 is called Simply Hired. So I simply go to Google and say Simply Hired Canada, and this is what opens. So I'm going to click on the very first link. So it does say job titles, skills or company, and city or province. Okay. So let's again do research. Even this gives you auto suggestions. And if I, for example, do clinical, it does say a lot of clinical jobs too. Let's say clinical research, and I can say Ontario as the province. You see this? There is a job as a research associate and a community developer in Kingston. There is a job in Ottawa as a clinical research assistant. There are so many jobs listed here. And there are jobs at the prestigious Sick Kids, a fantastic children's hospital in Toronto where I actually trained. If I click this clinical research project assistant, for example, it's going to tell me the full job description, the expectations, what I need, what the job will offer, the employment type. There is a lot of information here for you IMGs and for those of you looking for paid jobs in Canada. Website number 7 is called ZipRecruiter. I do the same thing. I go to Google, type in ZipRecruiter Canada. The very first thing that opens is actually ZipRecruiter, and then I'm going to click on Canada jobs specifically and look what happens. Okay, so they do specify a lot of different jobs. We may have to do more specific search or go through the list to find out if there is any job that fits you or your profile as an IMG or otherwise. Website number 8 is called Ladders. What I did is I went to Google and typed in Ladders Canada jobs, and this is what opens. So the first thing actually says jobs in Toronto, Ontario. Of course, it is going to open all kinds of jobs. We have to put in our job title or keywords to look for a more specific job. And let's see, if I say research, what happens? Research in hospital. Does this open anything? Okay, I do see a job that says Pediatrics, Hospital Medicine, Assistant Professor. This actually went to US website. So in this case, I may have to do Calgary. Let's try Calgary in Alberta. So if I specifically look for this research in hospital job, what happens? And do the search. All right. There you go. You have a job as a nurse manager. Of course, you as an IMG might be looking for something, which means you have to scroll down to find the specific job you're looking for. Website number 9 is a professional networking site, LinkedIn. So you can go to your LinkedIn profile, or if you don't have one, you can easily create it for free and then go to search and then search for jobs in Canada, and it's going to pull up the list of available jobs on LinkedIn. You can look for a job that fits your profile. It is not only important to find a job, but it's more important to put forth a very strong application. And we do help you IMGs here at IMG Secrets to speak on how exactly you need to approach for your job so you become successful. You can book an appointment at www.imgsecrets.com. Website number 10 is called Indeed. Indeed, it's a job finding site. Alright, so I go to Google and say Indeed Canada jobs, and then the very first thing that opens is called Job Search Canada. Here I am on Indeed.com, and let's look for clinical assistant or maybe clinical research associate. Well, the good thing is this is actually giving you auto suggestions which you can make use of. Let's say clinical research associate, city. Oh, it gives a drop down list of the cities. I'm going to pick Canada as a whole and then say find a job. You can even sign up to receive the latest job alerts for clinical research associate in Canada. If you're interested in sharing your email, if you scroll down, it gives you a list of all the available jobs. Website number 11 is called Career Builder. If you go to careerbuilder.ca on Google, and straight away the hospital and the location in which you're interested in. Many IMGs tend to focus on certain cities because they have family or they have other reasons to focus on those places, in which case you can filter based on the location. And finally, the last one is called Job Room. I spent quite a bit of time on Job Room, but I could not find any job specific to IMGs. So maybe if you're looking for something in the peripheral field, then you can certainly explore this website. Now, what happens after all this hard work? You become a successful physician practicing in Canada. And how can you achieve this? There are 4 pathways through which you can do this. And I have a video specifically made for that, where I've described you 4 pathways. Whether you're a fresh graduate or whether you're an experienced person, this video is going to help you streamline your process. Any questions? post in the comments below. I try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if you need to talk to me and get specific information on how you can be successful with your application, you can go to www.imgsecrets.com, from where you can book an appointment and speak to me so I can guide you on how you can be successful with your application. Take care, stay safe. I will talk to you soon.